Hi, hello there, Mike here. Welcome back to the channel. I've got a cheeky little game in the SP1C here on Dead Rail on my North American account here. I occasionally drop into it just for a bit of fun, and I'm kind of feeling the pain on the North American server at the moment. I'm playing a lot of Sherman Easy 8, which is a great tank actually, really enjoying it, but the teams are pretty woeful at the moment. I'm not really sure of the reason. Maybe they always are, I'm not really sure. But again, we've got a whole lot of problems. So one of the problem here is nobody seems to know. We've got an ISU who's come up. He's come storming up. We've got three players on our team who are non-plan, and there's too many people playing basically who just don't know how to play the game. I think it's part of the issue, and that's the WG problem, fairly and squarely. You know, it's got to be WG. We've got to at least give the players some idea about how to play various types of tank. The way they introduce players, they're just not interested in this. They're just interested in getting money off people, essentially, opening crates and gambling. That's one rant off my chest. You can see. So we've had the ISUs come up here on our team. Now we've got Mr. Smasher coming up as well. So majority of our team, if you look at the map, we've got people. We've got one heavy in the far corner there, playing as a TD. We've got one TD. We've got one TD. He's gone back to the middle now, that ISU, with another heavy who's just stayed at spawn. I'm a tier 7 playing against tier 8s here, so it's really badly unmatched matchmaking. Taking a shot from somebody in the corner there. So fortunately, it's not a lot, but fortunately, this T49 doesn't know what it's doing, and that AMX is otherwise engaged. So I'm just trying to keep out of the way of his big guns. One gun, and you know, he can do 1,000 damage to me without a problem. The VK45 there is not looking at me. Unfortunately, the T49. But why aren't my teammates shooting the T49? There's two of them sighting on. There's two sat at base, but nobody's shooting him. They're playing as TDs, but not even playing as TDs. You just can't believe the hopelessness of it. But you know, to be honest, fortunately the T49's not much better, to be fair. As is the VK there. Somebody in the corner's peppering away, so it's the E25. He's sat in the corner, isn't he? Peppering me away from that far. So he's doing a reasonable job as a TD. At least he's shooting where he can shoot. Fortunately for me, he's got the Peashooter, and his teammates haven't really helped. But it's now 6 versus 4. So, but our guys, look, they're just completely against the back wall. Well, what the heck is going on? Nobody seems to know how to play the game. I'm going to rant for 5 to 7 minutes on this one, I think. But I'm going to cap up C now anyway. So they've got the ISU, a VK45, who's taking a lot. The Tiger is probably their best player, and the E25 in the background. So the E25's rushed in now like a crazy fool. One of the problems with the SP1C is it's slow. You see the arc of its gunfire. It's just too slow. I mean, they actually hit the building because you have to arc it so far. I was hoping I could drop the shell on top of them, which you can do sometimes. I'm having real sensitivity problems with my mouse here, so I'm sometimes do on the NA server. It's a problem with playing from the EU. I guess my ping's not great at the moment. But now it was 5 versus 3 here. So now, of course, now what the troops do is they drive in one by one. This is normally the way these guys work. They sit at the back and then they drive in one by one, and they don't seem to have the concept it's a team game. So unfortunately, range is not helping me here. I'm just trying to sneak in by the side of that back of the Tiger one's head there. But it's now 5 versus 3. Again, we've got one guy sat at spawn, our heavy sat at spawn. We've got an Emil one sat at spawn doing nothing. I don't even know if he's playing, to be honest, but you know, TDs, you don't mind TD sites in the spawn positions, but everybody else, just learn how to play the tanks. Pretty easy. It's not hard, and WG should really, you know, give that education to people. To be fair to the VK, he's trying to kill that Sentinel there, but he's not going to have the to be able to do it. Managed to sneak a shot in on the back of the ISU. I don't think I'm going to be able to get in there. We've capped up C anyway. They nearly won it due to cap if nobody had moved forward. And actually, if they'd have stayed and protected the cap, they could have probably won that game, I think. Because one shot from the ISU, I'd have been toast. But it really is a problem with the game at the moment. Nobody knows how to play it, especially at the. I mean, at tier 10 it's not so bad, but at the lower tier 7 and 8, it was really, really bad. So there, 3606, 851 damage assisted there. I don't know what else did we get. I was too busy moaning. We got the top gun, high caliber. We got the mastery. 94, 79 take home. And we've got, yeah, we're way ahead of anybody else here. The Emil one is just sat at spawn doing nothing. I don't even know if he was playing or not. But 1392 for the base XP at the moment on the SP1C on the North American server. So, you know, go and fill your boots with that. It's not too bad. I mean, it's quite high, actually, to be fair, for a tier 7. But WG, sort your training out, and players on NA, just learn the basics, man, before you start moving up the tiers. It's Rant over. Hope you enjoyed it. Mike over and out. Bye for now.